The country's largest veterans organization calling for the resignation of Veterans Affairs Secretary General Eric Shinseki. The VA is under investigation itself after allegations that veterans died while waiting months for appointments and treatment. My next guest is a physician, an Iraq War veteran, and we're joined by Congressman Brad Wenstrup, a member of both the House Armed Services and Veterans Affairs Committees. Congressman, your thoughts on the call for Shinseki's resignation by the American Legion?
Well, I'm pleased that there's an Inspector General that's been appointed to take a look at things. And I am a member of the American Legion, and they are pretty forthright and thoughtful in the things that they bring forward. And so they feel that there's a great need. And they work with our veterans each and every day on these issues. I would like to see what the Inspector General has to say, but there is no doubt about it. There needs to be tremendous shakeup within the VA, especially within our healthcare system. And as a doctor, I have been pleading for this for the last year. Unfortunately, we have too many people in place that have never been in the private sector or been in a situation where they have to produce and be efficient. We need a huge culture change, and they know it.
You know, amongst those I respect considerably are a number of generals, retired generals who have views on Shinseki and the Veterans Affairs. They have not been eager to call for Shinseki's resignation. On balance, with the call for the resignation out today by the American Legion, this is a very difficult course for him in which to be effective, it seemed to me.
Oh, it definitely is. But, you know, we need a real morale change within the whole system. And so maybe that by itself is good enough. Again, I met last week. We took 4 doctors from the VA committee, and we met with administrative people. And this took me a year to get to this point, to talk about the inefficiencies of what goes on in the VA healthcare system as doctors, because we know how it can be better. And this took me a year to get to this point. And we finally got to that. And one of the things that they said is, we're going to be more efficient. We have to change the attitudes of all the people that work in VAs because they are used to a slower pace. And this leads to this backup, right? This leads to so many people that are on waiting lists, and it doesn't have to be that way.
And there seems to be an integrity issue in the VA, at least in certain places. And that is with these lists, in some cases hidden records, and the alleged deaths because of an intractable, unnavigable bureaucracy within the VA itself.
Well, this is totally unacceptable, and it turns my stomach as a care provider that we could ever get to a situation like this, especially with our veterans. I don't know how people sleep at night. And we have got to make some changes here. Our veterans deserve it, and I'm willing to lead the charge with the other members of the VA committee, and especially the doctors on the committee. We are eager to jump in and try and make this change and make a change for our veterans.
And I think it's safe to say all Americans are eager for you and your colleagues to fix this and fix it mighty quick.
This is a stain. Definitely a stain on our history, and we can do better, and fortunately we've got people that are going to fight to make sure that we do. I hope it doesn't take too long.
Congressman, as always, good to have you here. Congressman Brad Wenstrup.
Thank you, sir.